Kelly.
Everybody thinks they're going to get a chance to punch some Nazi in the face at Normandy. I used to think I was going to get a chance to do it. Now I realize I'm going to be eating Jell-O.
Come on, we're men, we're not pinatas.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
And boom, we are live. Welcome, folks, to the American Movie Podcast. If you've never been here before, do not forget to subscribe. I go through movies, documentaries, news, Netflix series, all that jazz. And this is why I love doing it, is because I just saw this. This is an amazing movie. It's amazing. So it's Annihilation, and it's starring Natalie Portman. And I'm gonna try and tiptoe around the premise without spoiling anything, because I want you to go see this movie. It was absolutely fantastic. I walked out of the theater just mesmerized. I was mesmerized, and I wanted to take time to think about it. I was trying to talk with friends, trying to figure out how to compose this review in a manner that will be able to give you an idea of the premise, so it might, to see if it's suitable or unsuitable for your liking, but also just to not spoil anything and still give you enough to understand how amazing this show was. Okay, so it's starring Natalie Portman, and she's pretty much the leading role, and she's a scientist, and she has a military background. And so there's this humongous entity, and it's referred to as the Shimmer. And she has to, they don't know what it is. They don't know what brought it there, but all they know is that they're sending military personnel inside. They get zero radio contact when they go inside, and no one ever returns except one person. And that one person is her husband, and he's sick, so she has to go in there and figure things out. And that's as much as I want to tell about this. But this was an amazing concept. I get what the director was trying to do, so if you don't understand or want to know or want me to expand on the thing or the storyline itself after you see it, then I would happily do that. But this was just so cool. And the representation and the writing and the cinematography and the performances and all of the organisms within this entity of the Shimmer were just spectacular to watch. Everything was mysterious. It was a sci-fi show that had everything you'd want in it. And it wasn't just gruesome sci-fi shock gore. It was cerebral and bold, and it was very, very just compelling cinematography too. So it was just really cool to watch. Like, everything is bright and colorful and vivid, and also lethal at the same time. So you just want people to see this in the big screen. Like, I want everybody to watch this on the big screen, just because how magnificent that everything is. Just the sheer composition of the movie itself is just beautiful, and the storyline and the representation of the narrative was also incredible. And I thought it was really, really, really well done. And this is from the director of Ex Machina, and he wrote this as well, I believe. He wrote Ex Machina, I believe, and then he wrote and directed this movie itself, Annihilation. And I don't want to spoil it. So I don't want to go into it too much, but everything was just well crafted. Everything was absolutely just amazing. Just amazing show, and it was everything I wanted. It wasn't feed your face narrative. And you can also, if you don't want to look too deeply into it, it's still just a cool movie to watch it as well. Just so you don't have to like try and analyze everything either. It's just compelling in that way too. And everything's like, there's tension and it's build up, and everything is just cool. And it's similar in structure, which was okay. I kind of found it similar to The Arrival, where if you've ever seen The Arrival, the structure's different. Everything's kind of blended and chopped and put in different sequences out of chronological order. So there's some of that too, which was okay. And there was a few parts where I was just like, it was kind of unnecessary dialogue, or kind of just, but this was by no means this is nitpicky at best. Not even nitpicky, less than nitpicky. This is like, it's minutia. So go out and check this out if you love sci-fi or even like sci-fi. Check it out. It was really cool. And that's it for now. If you want to support the podcast, do not forget to review us on iTunes. That would help greatly. I would love you guys forever if you just review us on iTunes. And if you are thinking about starting your own podcast, you don't really know where to start, I created the podcast publisher. And it's everything you need to know to get onto iTunes, equipment-wise, hosting-wise, finding an audience-wise. So you can check that out. It is at socialcreative.org/podcast. And it's $3.99, so you can check it out if you want. And it's also in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And you can get free audiobooks at audibletrial.com/American. And you get 2 free audiobooks. You can cancel at any time. You get to keep those books after you cancel the free trial if you want. So very useful if you want to listen to something in the car that's informative. And that's all for now. Thank you so much. Let me know if you saw this movie, what you thought. Did you like it? Did you not? And let me know also if you want me to break it down in any shape or form. I would love to, because I think the representation, I've got my thumb on the pulse of what the representation and the meaning of the whole narrative itself was. And it's pretty cool. If I'm right, I'm going to be happy. So anyways, until next time, thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to support. Please, please, please. Bye, bye, bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ta, ta, ta. Until next time. Bye, bye, bye.
Round 1.
Come on. Oh, whoa, hey, come on. Come on, Kelly.
Everybody thinks they're gonna get a chance to punch some Nazi in the face at Normandy. I used to think I was gonna get a chance to do it. Now I realize I'm gonna be eating Jell-O.
Come on, we're men, we're not piñatas.
To be honest, I'm not sure he really is a dog.